Well, obviously excited. We're going to one more practice and then hit the road. Um, that was fun. Sunday, obviously, it was a great moment for our guys. To kind of celebrate it with each other was a lot of fun. But now it's about execution, and it's about dealing with all the distractions that we're going to have to deal with over the next 2 days, which are good distractions, which are fun distractions, and make sure we understand that we got to have good practice today, tomorrow, to prepare for a very, very good Middle Tennessee team, who I've got a lot of respect for. I've coached against Kermit Davis, I think 3 times my year at FIU. I think he is a phenomenal coach. He's always been one of the names that always comes out of my mouth when people talk about coaches that many people may not mention. They play hard. They're tough. He's got a lot of players, and he's been that way for a long time. So I've got nothing but respect for him. I consider him a friend, and I'm excited about the opportunity.
Is the plan to tell Nate and Dupree rest up basically because you may not be getting much come game time?
Plan is to tell everybody to rest up. And make sure we're ready to go. So, we've worked a little bit on other guys playing different positions, and we'll work on it again today. It's not ideal to play 2 guys 40 minutes and 1 guy 39 minutes, so I'd like to not do that. But we were just climbing an uphill battle versus Michigan, and it kind of had to do it. But timeouts are long. CBS timeouts are a little bit longer, so the guys were fine. I don't think you can reinvent it. I think you try to, give them some minutes here and there. But we are who we are. There's not going to be a significant change in the way we play. You got to plan for contingency plans and, knock on wood, no foul trouble or anything like that. And the other guys got to be ready. But I don't think there'll be a significant change.
Are you still thinking you might play Amir some at the 2? Or is that...
Yeah, but it's just it's just depends how the whole game goes, and now Mike and JR got to be ready, so we'll see. We just got to kind of plan for everything.
Do you try to get inside Nate's head? Just say, look at Nate, you've taken us here. You want you thinking about playing 40 minutes. Don't think about coming out. Do you that before game or not?
He's played a bunch of minutes to begin with, so I don't know what he's averaging, but it's got to be 35, 36. So. And he's well conditioned, so I just kind of watch for it, and if I have to adjust, I adjust. But I don't talk to him much about it. I think he knows.
Coach, is there any concern, and do you think you talk to the kids about a professional approach or a real competitive approach to this game, given the year you had last year, this great success, everybody's patting the kids on the back right now. Is there any tendency that you see among them to say, we've made it, this is enough?
I think everybody thinks we shouldn't show up from what I've been hearing and reading, so I don't think that's the case. I think these guys have been good with that stuff. I think nationally, obviously, there's a lot of people saying that we're not going to win. Now, I know Kermit Davis and know how good of a coach he is, so I don't need to be told to respect them. But our guys, I think they're excited about an opportunity. I don't think they feel like they're done by any means, and I know that, coaches don't worry about complacency in the NCAA tournament. That's every team. That's a major problem if you do, and I don't worry about that with our guys.
You worry about seeing how fast they can settle into the game and not worry about just...
Yeah, I mean, we've got an inexperienced team. We're going to go there with no seniors. Nobody's ever played an NCAA tournament game. So make sure that they just focus on basketball. So I think we'll be fine. We've been pretty poised all year. Obviously when you're in the Big Ten, you play in a lot of big games. And we've done that. We've been good on the road. We've been good neutral site games. We were pretty good even against Michigan State. We were good. And then Michigan, we settled in. So I'll watch for it. But, you never know until you play it, obviously.
Coach, because the NCAA tournament's a lose-and-go-home tournament and not a best-of-7 kind of thing like the NBA, what percentage of the time does the best team win?
Jeez. I don't know. The best team does not always win. I don't know the percentage. But that's what makes the tournament so great. and it makes it so fun to watch. And throw the seeds out the window. I don't. Middle Tennessee is a terrific team. You look at all like Winthrop, they won at Illinois. They got a terrific guard. Butler beat Villanova twice. That's what's fun about this tournament. So, the best team definitely doesn't always win. And that's just what makes it enjoyable, obviously. So I don't know about a specific percentage.
What's the contrast between you and Middle Tennessee if you're going to look forward? What's the difference?
They play zone on makes, and then man on misses. They play like a switching man-to-man on misses, and then a 1-3-1 back to a 2-3 on makes. So that's obviously different than what we've seen. So we got to prepare for that. Offensively, they do a lot of stuff that we do. They cut hard, they play hard. So we'll have to adjust to that defense. That's something we haven't seen.
Richard, Nate had mentioned going into the Big Ten tournament. Listen, we've never been in tournament play. Don't know what to expect. Single elimination. What do you think they could have learned in those 2 games in the Big Ten tournament in that regard that can help you?
Yeah, I mean, you think about Dupree didn't play last year. Nate, I guess, had 1 year of experience with the conference tournament, and they were great. They were good. So I think it's just don't make it bigger than it needs to be, I guess. Just go play and have fun. I mean, play loose, play free. It's a single elimination deal, but you know what? You put yourself in a great spot and a great opportunity and go embrace it. Don't worry about anything else. So I got to make sure I keep them loose. That's probably a big goal of mine and an objective that I have to do. And then when the game starts, I think all athletes, they played big games, and we're obviously in the Big Ten, so we play in so many high pressure games.
You've mentioned a few times growing up around this. What are some of your early memories of the NCAA tournament and just being around it growing up?
It's kind of amazing that I got into coaching. My first moment that I remember was Christian Laettner hitting that shot. And that's really my first vivid memory. So growing up around it, I've obviously been very, very lucky. When I grew up, he was at Kentucky. So they had a phenomenal run of Final Fours, National Championship, Elite Eights. So it's a fun time of year. It's normally this time of year is, you all make your plans of where's your dad's team playing. Now it's pretty cool to see, like my brothers and my cousin, they're going to come to Milwaukee. So it's that part of it's really cool.
Have you talked to your dad about being the only father-son at the same time in the Big Ten?
No, I have not. It's cool, but how many coaches have been coaching at the same time where their sons? So it's probably not a lot. But we have not talked about it. He'd probably get mad and say that it means I'm calling him old or something. But I know he's excited. It's a fun time for both of us. I think he likes his team a lot, and I like his team a lot. So it's cool, and I'm happy we're not playing each other. I didn't want to even think about that, and I'm happy that they didn't do that.
What do you think it'll be like for you? It is your first time being a head coach going into the NCAA tournament.
I don't, I think it's nothing but basketball right now, to be honest with you. I'm excited about it. I'm excited that it's in Milwaukee. It's a close trip for us. We can have some fans there. But my biggest thing is focusing in on Middle Tennessee. I mean, I think I'll reflect on a lot of cool things after the season. Obviously we've done a lot of great things. But more than anything, it's my job to focus on basketball more than anything.
So you've been taking a step back and thought about how you went from the child following your dad around the NCAA tournaments to now leading the team.
No, it's not a movie. I woke up this morning and I had coffee and I took my daughter to school, and we don't really do that in the real world. There's no narrator as I'm driving in or anything. Go ahead, Dawn. Sorry.
When you talk about distractions, you can put all that aside, but you're going to have a practice that fans and media and everyone can be there. You don't probably get much done in that situation, but is it more to get them ready for what it's like?
I think the hard thing about the day, it's a long day. You're waiting around a lot in the arena. It almost takes away from it a little bit, not in a bad way, but like the open practice is you're not going to get anything done from a basketball standpoint. And then you got to wait around for media. all those things. Then you got to hop on a bus. Then we're going to go practice. So just making sure they're not mentally exhausted with all of it. There's a lot of separate media requests that guys are doing, and it's just you got to do it because it's great publicity for your program, and it's good for everybody. But then you just gotta understand that there's an important game to be played. So tickets, media requests, all those things, you got to get them over with so that you can focus on the game day, and that's the most important thing.
Richard, has Reggie done a better job the last couple of weeks of just adjusting to maybe how they're calling the game, or
He's been.
how he's defending?
Yeah, he's been better. I definitely think he's been better, and I think he's learning, how to defend without fouling. I think offensively he's gotten better. Now, last game he was putting the ball down too quickly. They were slapping it out. But I think he's playing really well, and he's smartening up from the standpoint of when to take risks, when not to take risks from a shot blocking standpoint. Michigan brings you outside the basket so much, you're not going to block shots there. But I think he's playing well. I really do, and he's getting smarter as a defender.
What's your perception of how Mike and JR have kind of stayed ready even when they haven't gotten a lot?
Well, that's hard for him. I'm not going to act like it's not. And it's hard. Like Mike only played a minute or so. Like that's difficult. But they're going to have to be ready. They're going to have to. They've got great attitudes. They want to win. They practice hard. So for them, it's never been about anything else except for helping the team. So both of them, if they are thrown in there, they don't need to spell guys. They need to go be productive. And I think they know that, and I think they're excited about it.
What are their strengths? I know both of them capable three-point shooters when they arrived here.
Yeah, I think they both got versatility, length. They can both hit some threes, stretch the defense. Both smart players, both great kids, care about winning. So I'm excited to see what they both do with the opportunity if they get it.
In the heat of the moment, though, it comes down to your trust, though, doesn't it?
Very much so.
Guys that you trust, if you've seen in that.
Yeah. Coaching is about that. It doesn't mean I don't trust those guys, but, they're young. So it's more of a feel thing for me more than anything.
Is Lynch seen as, you use Reggie as a real offensive option? It seems like some games he becomes one. You're focusing on other people. Do you put a priority on getting some looks in guys?
I-
Or is it more, when he's open?
No, I'd like to. A lot of that's on him to demand the ball, post up physically, and I think he's getting better at that. I think he's improving on that. I think he's productive when he catches it there. Now he's got to be patient. He gets in a rush a little bit. He needs to see what's coming. He hit a mirror on a double team, nice pass. So if he continues to improve with that, he's definitely an option.
What's the big difference between how you played defensively all year and then that first half versus Michigan? Was it just
They hit shots, when they're clicking, they're pretty tough to guard. When you got a five-man who's hitting shots, they're tough to guard. I think they're a terrific offensive basketball team. Derek Walton is a phenomenal player. When Wagner's hitting shots, what are you going to do? You're going to switch the ball screen, and then Walton's going to go by you. So a lot of that, you got to give them credit for it, and I give our guys credit for fighting back.
not having Akeem as far as the vocal presence on the court? Does that mean guys have to get out of their comfort zone like Jordan and Nate?
They've been good with that. Jordan and Nate have. Dupree got to get a little bit louder on the court. Reggie's got to get a little bit louder. Everybody does, and Akeem's definitely been that vocal guy, not just from a leadership standpoint, from a defensive communication. He's very, very good at that. So that is definitely something that those guys need to improve on with his absence.
Richard, with them being so young, has there been an emotional side in terms of losing Akeem that you had to talk to them about? Are they stronger that way?
You know what? It was a weird injury because I don't know if anyone really noticed it because he got hurt and then it was right into a timeout. And so it wasn't like this dramatic moment where I had to go on the court and this and that. So I don't know if it's a good thing, but it just – and the way that Akeem handled it, it really put everybody at ease. I swear to God, I texted him after the game. He was going to the hospital. And I said, hang in there, man. And there was not any, feeling sorry for himself. It was like, let's go get a ring. And I saw his mom in the lobby. She said the same thing, we'll be fine, no big deal. So the way he's handled it and the way his family's handled it has helped our guys.
Richard, you cry when
I don't remember. I'm sure I did. Yeah, I'm sure I did. I don't remember.
With Jordan and Reggie, do you make it a big priority to talk to them about trying to stay out of foul trouble, or are you concerned you take away from their aggressiveness if you do too much of that?
We put a big emphasis on defending without fouling. That's with everybody. Play hard without fouling, defend without fouling. So everybody, nobody is allowed to foul. So we try to make sure they're all as fundamentally sound as possible.
Do you know who the officials are, and you kind of scout them so you know their tendencies?
No, you don't find out till 30 minutes before. Thanks.